Hello, hello. Let me make sure that people are jumping in. Hi. Let's see. I think I can view that people are jumping in. Yeah. Okay. Yes, there are people indeed here. Okay. And now I can see if any comments are happening. I couldn't see it before, like yesterday and the day before, but I can see them now. I should be able to. Okay. Hi. My name is Zaria Rayleigh Jack Rain, and I am an artist. I'm an entrepreneur and a lover of life. I am here. Oof, let's see. Wow, I didn't even get myself situated. I am here today uh completing day 3 of our free 30-day challenge. This is the free Get Ready for Change challenge. You can complete this from anywhere, doing anything whenever you need to. You only need to give yourself 5-10 minutes every single day to actually get the groove in. But for this 30-day challenge, every single day you'll receive a prompt, and that prompt will either have you answering in a sort of journal format or just thinking about things specifically, um, to help you with your life and just help you get ready for changing things. If you haven't tuned in already, day 1 we took the pledge. We just pledged to spend time with ourselves for 30 days every single day. Day 2, we literally all we did for day 2 is make sure that you start tracking things. So for day 2, you go get your composition notebook, 50 cents. You go get whatever notebook, a free notebook from anywhere. Just so that you can start tracking it. Or if you're a voice notes type of girl, make sure you have, or type of person, make sure you have a folder specifically designated to it so that you can always keep track of it. If you like to do little video diaries, if you just want to keep it in your actual notes on your phone, do that. Just make sure that you actually organize it, put it in a folder somewhere so that you can access it at any point in time, a year from now, a month from now, anytime you want to, because it's all about the journey. And being able to look back on the journey is really what helps and what makes you feel like, oh my God, my life has really changed. Okay. So today's day 3 challenge, our prompt, I'll go ahead and share my screen with y'all so you can see it. That's how we've been doing our prompts. I share the screen so you guys can see the actual prompt and what's going on. Here is day 3. And like I said, day 1, if you weren't here, this was day 1. Go back to day 1 and just do day 1. Day 2 is here, the tracking. Now we're on day 3. Name 5 actions, routines, and or activities that only take 5 minutes but give you 5 plus hours of energy. So, an example for me, and let me actually just write my answer down. That way you guys can just go from there. So name 5 actions, routines, and or activities that only take 5 minutes but give me 5 hours of energy. Thinking about that, for me, that's definitely one of them, which is probably my number 1 or top 3, is tea time. And I actually have some tea here with me. Let me stop sharing my screen because you guys have the prompt now, so we know what's going on. But for me, one of those things is tea time. And I actually I usually have a nice cup of tea in the morning. And right now, this isn't oolong. It's like a smoky, toasty oolong. And then I also have some non-dairy milk with a little bit of honey that I warmed up that I'm gonna pour in there. So literally, this is an action that I mean when I say write something down that, you know, when you complete it, it only takes around 5-10 minutes, but when you do, it just makes you feel so good, so rejuvenated, so grateful, so peaceful. It really gives you a beautiful moment in life. That was one of my mantras from earlier this week. Beautiful moments make for a beautiful life. So yeah, here's one of my 5-minute activities today. Okay, I actually haven't had that tea before. It's nice. I don't think it pairs well with that specific milk, but it's really nice. And I would probably throw a few like leaves of jasmine with it. It's really pretty. Okay, so let me write that down for my answer. So number one, I'm gonna write down tea time. And that includes sometimes I'll make it doesn't even have to just be 5 minutes. When you're thinking about these things, it's really just to help you figure out what types of these are self-care activities for you. When you're like, "Oh my god, when I do this thing, no matter how long I do it, I always feel rejuvenated after it. It always makes me feel alive." That's a self-care activity. That's a mindfulness activity. That's something that actually makes you feel good. That is for you, and you should do it anytime, all the time, whenever you can, so that you feel good about yourself in life, so you can go through life and be your best version of you. Okay. What's number 2? Number 2, I would say another one for me is anytime I'm doing, like, just listening to music, or I'm singing to music, or I'm dancing to music, or just anytime that there's some music going, it could be for 30 seconds, and I feel like I'm on top of the world, depending on the song. Because also the songs put people in different moods, depending on if it's a upbeat song or a downbeat, or not just upbeat and downbeat, but more happy overall or down overall. Yeah. Okay, what's another one? Number 3 for me would be I actually really like to map things out, like map, plan, create things. So, actually, those are 2 different categories for me. Mapping and planning things out, it does make it feels like the world kinda zones out when I do that, and I actually really like to do that, making little maps and plans. And that's just me. I just like to do that. I also myself just like to randomly research things. I'm sure other people, neurodivergent people, get that. So, yeah. Okay, maps and planning and random research. Like part of my morning routine, I use Google Chrome as my browser, and on there it lists all the articles based on the different types of articles and searches that you do and whatnot. And I always go on there in the mornings and I just go through all the articles that it suggests to me. And I have a lot of like astronomy articles. I like to stargaze and skygaze a lot, so I have a lot of astronomy articles. um I have a lot of like one thing I saw this morning, Saturn's rings are about to disappear for a bit, but then they'll come back. It's really just because it's tilted a specific way. Like this is what I mean. Find the things that make you uh something random and interesting about that other people they probably don't know. And honestly, they probably don't care. That's not a bad thing. It just means that it's interesting for you and it makes you happy. And that's what you need to focus on. Okay. So my next one, I'm gonna put sky gazing because I always love to look up at the sky and just watch the clouds. And when it's nighttime, I look at the stars. And I recently found out that my dad has a telescope, so I've been trying to use that. I looked at one of the moons that was really rare a while ago. I think we had a blue moon. It was around like May or June, and I was using a telescope for that. So sky gazing is one for me. Okay. And then number 5, let's see, what's my 5th one? Because I have plenty, but I really do want to write just one more for number 5 that makes me feel like, you know what? I love life. Yeah, they have a lot of vanilla in this tea. I mean, in this milk, the milk I chose. I think that's why it's not necessarily the best match. Okay. Number 5, I love to cook. Actually, that's what I'm gonna put. It doesn't take 5 minutes. I have some 5-minute recipes, like sauces, and I love some sauce. Or I'll make, like, a random, like, non-alcoholic drink, like something like I have some, honeydew melon here that I freshly cut, and it has a bunch of juice at the bottom, and we also have some watermelon and a juicer, so I'm thinking I might make a little spritzy little something. So, cook or make some sort of something for my taste buds, something for my taste buds. So, literally on number 5, instead of putting cook or make a drink, I'm literally gonna put something for my taste buds because that's really what it is for my taste buds. It could be a random, like, little snack or a piece of gum that's, like, differently flavored, like, I just want something on my taste buds to give me some sensory explosion. So, yeah, and I'll say the prompt again, and then I'll tell you guys my top 5. So, the prompt for day 3, name 5 actions, routines, and activities that take 5 minutes and give me 5 plus hours of energy. Number 1 for me, tea time. Number 2 is music. Number 3 is researching or planning or mapping things out. Number 4 is sky gazing. Number 5 is something for my taste buds. All right. Yeah. And in the comments, just drop down one thing, one of your 5 things that makes you feel like you have more time or you have more energy and you just feel rejuvenated. Name one of your 5 things down below in the comments. Let me see if I can actually see them now. Okay. Let's see. Not it thinks I'm a robot. Okay. Oh, okay. I see. It's very delayed. It's very delayed. I'll have to wait a moment to see if y'all actually have put down some comments. But yeah, that's pretty much day 3. You're answering your prompt and we go into our analysis. I said yesterday I will actually tell you guys how to analyze and how to do the analysis. So we're going to do that now. Okay. Inside of my journal, I have these 2 sections. I've put my prompt, I've answered my prompt, and then I put analysis. When you're analyzing, when you're analyzing, the main thing you want to get down, A, is how you feel when you hear the prompt. So let me write that down for y'all. The first thing, how you feel hearing or reading the prompt or reading the prompt. And then the next thing you're going to do, B, is how you feel when you're actually answering. Feelings when answering. Feelings when answering. And then C, the next thing you're going to do is now that you've analyzed how you're feeling about each of those, you're going to ask why for each of those. And this may also, the reason why we take it one day at a time and we really, really genuinely take it one day at a time, these are small bite-sized questions, is because the analysis and the reflection is where a lot of this work is and a lot of the processing is. And it takes time to do those things. So C, you start asking why. Why is going to be the longest question. You keep asking why until you literally go, oh, and then something kind of clicks for you. And you're like, I'm gonna let that go then. Like that has nothing to do with me. Why would I continue to believe that thing? Let me let that go. Because oftentimes when it comes to just A, taking time for ourselves, and B, figuring out what things feel good to us, society has often taught us that there is only one thing that works for everybody, or that certain things are not actually good for you or great for people. When in reality, everybody has different temperaments, everybody has different desires, needs, and that means everybody uses and finds different things for themselves to be successful and to be happy. So you start asking why. It's C. Why? Until you can't anymore. Just like they did in Matilda. Why? Just like Matilda said, okay? Until you can't anymore. And here, I'll give you an example right now, show you guys how you would do that. Why, 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 why? They really ate that up. I love that Matilda musical. Okay. So for me, when I was answering these prompts, or when I heard the prompt, name 5 actions, routines, and activities that take 5 minutes and give me 5+ hours of energy, I felt like, ooh, exciting. Some new things I'm gonna think about that'll like be, different hobbies I can decide on. And then when I was answering, my feelings changed to, oh yeah, I already know these. So why aren't I doing all of them more? That's kind of how I felt. Um, a question popped up for me. Why aren't I doing these more? When I answered, because they're all things I already knew. And sure, most of them I do every single day. For me, these are things that can be done every single day. It doesn't take me much time, and they bring me much joy. So if I do all 5 of these things once every single day, I could have a very, very happy, peaceful life, right? But there's other things that go into what makes you happy and what brings you peace, because there are things that can take away from your peace. Um, and that was sort of where I started going and thinking about when I was answering this. Um, why? Why? Now's the time to start asking why. Why was I thinking that? Well, because I'm currently in a place where right now I have a lot of skills, resources, knowledge, um, and I'm implementing, but there's still, because I'm in a specific environment, there's still things that are taking out a little bit more than I would like. And that's just something that I would need to set boundaries around. So now that I've asked why for that, um, I'm going to ask why again to what I just said, but I have to figure out what element of what I just said I'm asking why to. So, as I was saying, there's boundaries that may need to be set up. So my question is, why aren't they? Why aren't they set up already? That's the next question. Why aren't they set up already? And now I've reached the point where I don't really want to share my answers with everybody else now. And once you start getting here, you just kind of hit the tip of the iceberg of your why and digging deeper. You're going to ask why at least 5 times, but I find that once you hit 7 or 8, you actually get to the root of it. You actually get to the root of everything. And what it really boils down to, because I have asked this why for this exact prompt for me before, and of course, things change over time. But when it comes to limiting beliefs or habits that we have, it usually goes back to something in the past that hasn't changed unless we change it. Uh, and it's a perception of something in the past that hasn't changed unless we change it. Um, and now it's time for me to go to my why and to go to that perception and figure out what idea or rule of life did I perceive to be true in an experience that was actually isolated, but I didn't know that at the time. Yeah. So that's how you analyze, and that's what the analysis kind of gets down to. When you're answering these prompts, the skills that you're actually honing on are A, being in tune with yourself and actually being confident with the answers that come out. B, you're definitely learning how to verbalize and annotate exactly what you mean and what you say. Um, because a lot of people have been put in positions and in experiences where they haven't felt control over their words, or they haven't felt like they've had um prowess in how they use their words. So it also helps with that. And I also know that anytime you're answering any of these prompts, you're going to be working on your personal reflection and emotional intelligence. You're definitely going to be working on your empathy, especially empathy towards yourself. I do feel that a lot of the world has we've started to show a lot more empathy for each other, um, but not empathy for ourselves. And the people that tend to show or say they love themselves that we've seen tend to do it in a very uh extreme way, and that's not for everybody. So yeah, um I believe there is the next part of this video is the message on my heart, and then we'll move into the daily reset, just because the message is coming out now. I'm not really it's coming out. Okay. So, as it turns out, life is a little confusing. Life is a lot of confusing at times. Um, I think the only way I've genuinely been able to receive and understand the clarity that I already have, because you do already have it, um, it's in you. There's just also you second guessing yourself. But I think the main thing, besides realizing that I'm the person second guessing me, is that I don't have to know. A lot of things in this world are figure outable. A lot of things are you can find a teacher for. A lot of things have, like, there's TikTok University, there's YouTube University now. There's a lot of ways to learn what you're doing or what's going on around you, or different concepts. But I'm starting to realize that certain things, when you're changing your life or you're changing your mindset, which is in turn going to change your life, um, you don't have to know. You don't have to know. Like, there's certain things you just don't have to know. Um, yeah, that's it. And I feel like you know exactly what it is. For me, I think right now one of those things that I don't have to know, that I was like very hardcore about knowing, was um these clear steps. So in most careers and in most people's lives, like if you're going into the medical field, you know that end of high school you have to have this set of GPA. You need to make sure you apply to these colleges by these time. There's a plans, there's a map, there's different steps. Every single thing has a step, there's a sequence to it, there's one that goes right after the other. Everything you know, you know. Um, and in other careers, especially the way that our society is currently set up, there isn't this clear path. There isn't a step right after the other, one right after the other. There's options. There's just options. And you choose. You put things in places. You choose. So for me, I'm embracing the fact that there isn't something um clear to be known for me in terms of uh how and which steps to take for a career, but there are different strategies that I can use, and there's strategies that I've made, and there's plans that I have that can be pulled apart and used in pieces or just used as their whole. And that's actually how it's going to work for me. That's how it's working for me. I'm not in a position or in a career where it's supposed to be step by step by step. That's not how mine works, how me works actually either. So where I am makes sense for me as well. And with that said, we'll be moving into our daily reset for today. And my daily mantra as of now is what did I just say? That's crazy. I am as I am. I don't believe that's what I said. That was my mantra the other day. But oh, I am where I am for a reason is pretty much what I'm trying to say today. And I think that means that my mantra is kind of the same. I really, uh, for my daily reset, the gratitude is what changes daily. The mantra for me, I usually take it, I have one mantra for about 3 days to a week, and then I switch it up. So that's just how it works for me. But I do know that some days I have even more mantras or even less. So I still leave it at a nice little, oh, let me do it one day at a time. Okay. So now I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go into the daily reset. Actually, let me finish tracking what message was on my heart because I didn't write that down in my tracker. That's what it's for. Okay. So that was um you don't have to know everything during a mindset change. You won't know everything during a mindset change. You won't know everything during a mindset shift. Okay, perfect. Daily reset. Here we go. We're gonna go here. Actually, I have to open it first. That's wild. Okay. Oh, I wanted to show you. Okay, there we go. All right, so here's how once you download your daily reset, you're going to open it in your if you're using Google, you can just open it in your Google Drive and you take it open with hit the Lumen PDF. I have an account with them. It just opens one straight from your Google account whenever you sign up for the first time. It's free. You don't have to like pay for any paid versions or anything. And it edits your PDFs directly. So as I'm editing this Lumen PDF that's loading, the PDF in my Google Drive will change. Yeah. All right. And here we go. And for me, I like colors. So I'm going to use a different color for um my text that I'm writing. Could confirm. And I also don't like that font. We're gonna go with a font that I like. Okay. So today I've already done my Instagram live. So we're gonna put well, it's really a YouTube and Instagram live. And I've done this at from 8:45 to, I believe we'll get off at 9:45. I don't AM. Okay, perfect. All right. So there's my first uh list of things, my items. For breakfast, I did also have, I haven't eaten my breakfast yet, but I have tea that I drank or that I'm still drinking. Oh, I didn't even put the year and the month and everything. So we're gonna put 2024, enter. And then we're gonna put August or September, actually. It's September. That's crazy. That happened so fast. Ah, okay. So we've got September. And then the week's dates, I started my week with yesterday. So that'd be the 3rd through. Oh, why is it not charging? Not the laptop is charging. That's crazy. Okay, laptop is charging now. I didn't want it to die. All right, through the 9th, the 3rd through the 9th. Ugh, 3rd through the 9th. And then today's date is 09/04/2024. Okay, perfect. And then on today's agenda, I still have some content uh editing for the podcast to do because I want to make sure I get like 6 weeks up for y'all now. I don't want to have to like come back every single week to do it. 6 weeks. All right. My next one for today, I do have some product, oops, product development. Personally, I have a giant load of laundry to get to, so it's going on here. Laundry. And this is what I mean. Like, this is literally your daily worksheet. Put whatever you need to get done on here. It's not just things that are like technically for work or only for a specific part of your life. No, this is for everything, all of your life. Okay. What's the other? I didn't know there was something else I know I needed to get done today. Oh, the 12-week planning. Um, oh, I need to get the weeds out of my garden outside. My cantaloupe can't grow. Weed and water garden. Okay. Uh, what else for today? Oh, there's some LinkedIn things I would like to get to. LinkedIn and Upwork page things I would like to get to, but they're not my hardcore things. Remember, I said I leave 3 items that are like, if I can get to it, I can get to it. If not, it's okay. I won't beat myself up. These last 3 are the 3 that I do for that. So there's some LinkedIn and Upwork items. I'm about to switch 12-week planning to my 3rd item and use website updating inside of my main items instead. So main items and then product development is still a main item. 12-week planning, LinkedIn, Upward. Those are my if I get to items. I don't really want to add anything else here today. I think I have enough to get to, um, especially with some other tasks that I might have to kind of do in between to keep everything functioning. Items that are due today include oh. I have to some shorts and reels. So that's also why I didn't put an item here because I knew I had something due today, but it wasn't up here. So that's that. That's what's there. Well, the shorts and reels goes with the content editing as well as the podcast. Those go inside content editing. So that's kind of just tasks that are due from inside of this category. All right, any other calls I have to make today? Or calls I want to make today. Oh, I do want to call my bestie and check on her and see how life's going. Oh, wait, is it Wednesday? Shawty is on a flight. Never mind. I'll text her though and just see if when she lands. Okay. Uh, my breakfast this morning is fried rice and dumplings from yesterday. From yesterday's leftovers. It's been dumplings. Okay. And then do I already have my lunch planned? Oh, I have some vegan chicken that I made from a washed seitan recipe that I would definitely love to go ahead and turn into like chicken strips or some chicken and waffles. And then I have some that I'm using as like a beef roast, or I'll just shred it up like pulled pork or shredded chicken. So something with the seitan I would like to eat today. And then I think I can do the ribs. No, I can't. I didn't make them right. Okay. My fitness, I'm just going on a daily walk today. I'm not doing my I'm not committing to a overly dancey thing, which I probably anytime I don't commit to it is when I do my dance. And anytime that I'm like, oh, let me just only go on a daily walk, I do the daily walk, I do a dance, and then I'll probably also do like yoga. But yeah, I'm just gonna put daily walk. Okay. Self-care and mindfulness, tea time. Um I'm also gonna like re-up my tea time after I get off this live. Like I'm about to go ham on this tea time. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I definitely want to go cloud watching today. I haven't been cloud watching in a while. I've only been night sky watching recently. Okay, and I actually do want to do nighttime yoga for my mindfulness as well. Just to release some tension in the body. Night yoga. And I'd like to start doing like night yoga, like outside with the stars, like under the sky yoga, vibes. Okay. I believe this is it for today. Yeah. This is what we're working with today. And me personally, I prefer to write. So I'm actually going to go inside of my life planner and journal, which is these are all worksheets that I've created. It's a life planner and journal. Let me stop sharing the screen. Okay. It's a life planner and journal that you guys can check out soon enough. It's not available on the website yet, but it will be shortly. And you plan it a quarter of a life at a time, which is 12 weeks. Um, 12 weeks, 12 to 15, depending on which months you choose. But yeah, it's a quarter at a time. You go from your year goals, year checklist, make a year statement. If you're doing it for the beginning of your year, all the way to your quarter statements, your quarter goals, your month goals. You dwindle down until you get to daily tasks. The only reason I have these daily tasks is because I gave myself a weekly checklist. The only reason I have a weekly checklist is because I gave myself a monthly checklist. The only reason I have a monthly checklist is because I gave myself a quarterly checklist and quarterly goals. The only reason I have those is because I did it for the year. So I started with the year, went all the way down until I could have something to do every single day. And this is also a journal that I think would be really useful for entrepreneurs, uh, freelancers, people who have a lot of freedom in their time, but that means that they have to plan it very accordingly. And it's also filled with, I have a mindfulness page in every single week, every single month, every single quarter that you actually, do these things on and do these things on. That's crazy. That you actually um get down to it and you're like, okay, what is my purpose, my mindfulness purpose, and my intention for this week? Like, what am I actually doing with my spirit, my mind, my soul? What's going on? And you actually have room to track it. There's room to track your budget. This is literally my life planner and journal. And it's a quarterly version. uh, you can go ahead and visit the website to see the workbook, the 30-day workbook. But this particularly is not up yet. I'm still tweaking it. But that week shirt, that worksheet, the daily reset worksheet is the same daily reset you would use every single day in this workbook. So I just went ahead. I was like, you know what? Y'all can definitely have that for free. It's a great resource. It'll help you reset every single day. On the back of it, if you don't even have a notebook and you're like, I know I'm doing this 30-day challenge, but I also want to do that daily reset every single day, you can just use the back for your 30-day challenge. Okay, so it's very simple. You can print it out. You can either just leave it as a PDF and edit it, create another page and use that page for your 30-day challenge, or print it out and put it in a binder, keep it in a folder. Either way, you do have that worksheet for free to help you reset your day every single day so you can be prepared, so you can actually set goals and intentions and get things done. Stay organized. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Oh, I will share, because I did mention it slightly. This is the Get Ready for Change. This is the official challenge. The 30-day challenge we're doing currently is the free version, which is a great version. I think it definitely is necessary, especially if you've never really journaled before, or you're not as confident in the challenge, or you just need something now, like you need a 30-day challenge now. It's definitely great for you to help reset and change your life. This, however, is a 30-day workbook, a full workbook with pages. You have different prompts every single day and a how to analyze page, even in the back. There's some journal pages, a tracker, um, some specific worksheets that you could always redo at any time to help you just reframe and just realign with your life. This workbook, if you are sitting there and you're like, bruh, I hear and see that people are doing all these things, and I understand that they can be done, but I don't even know how, and I don't know how it would work for me. This workbook is for you because it's going to help you figure out not only what you desire to do, but how you can get there by separating your life into the different aspects so that you can actually break things down and pay attention to the key things that are stopping you and blocking you mentally in each individual aspect, and address them head on, address them as they need to be addressed so that you can continue to move forward and literally get your life ready for change. So, thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys really got what you needed and enjoyed this Video, I do still currently have days 1 and 2 up on the channel. I believe I am just gonna leave the first week of lives up, once they're up. After that, if you're not on the live, then you don't get all the juice. You just get the prompt. So, make sure you're joining and you're staying tuned and you're actually, you know, implementing these changes and actually answering these prompts because they really are here to help you. And this very third day, I actually really love the third day prompt. I think it's a very great way to like dip your toe into the pool and then somebody actually like kind of pushed you in. Like you didn't realize it until after you were in that it wasn't just your toe that was wet. Like, oh, I am all in. Like I'm all in. I'm committed. So I feel like that's definitely what day 3 does. It helps you really dive deep into you and actually be committed to the change and the discipline and this journey that you've committed yourself to for 30 days. We're here. Day 3 is complete. You've done it. I'm proud of you. Congratulations. No, seriously, congratulations. And you know what? I think I think we're done. I think we can have a little moments just to breathe in the air of goodness and pride. And look what you did. You just finished day 3. You're 1/10 of the way there. Do you realize that? 1/10 of the way. We're almost done. Anytime that we've started, we're almost done. Okay, it actually tastes I think that would taste really nice cold. I think this is better as a cold tea. I would show y'all what tea it is, but I left it in the living room. I used to get my teas from a monthly subscription called Sips By, but they are no longer up and operating. All of their teas, however, came from third-party tea shops. So I can still purchase like their different teas from different places. But yeah, I can make sure I bring my tea tomorrow to show y'all because I did show you my tea the first day, and I showed you my food yesterday. So I might as well, like, as a matter of fact, if y'all don't mind holding for 15 seconds, I'll go get it. Don't go nowhere. Okay? Don't go anywhere. Okay. So, I also brought the milk so you guys could see like the flavor profiles I was kind of talking about. Okay. This is the tea. It is a organic Shushan oolong tea. Shushan? Think I said that right. Shui space Xian oolong. And it's an organic tea. It's very nice and lovely. They describe it as Shushan, which translates to water sprite, is a famous rock tea that originates from the Fujian province, China. Grown in the mineral-rich cliffs of the Yu Yi Mountains, this oolong is heavily roasted and oxidized with a rich, toasty flavor. Yeah, it is rich, it is toasty. I would actually say it's a little bit more, I would say it's a little silky or velvety instead of rich. I would have said silky or velvety. It's a little smoky for sure. Um, yeah, I would have said a little smoky instead of toasty because it has that sort of You know, this is the milk that I used in it. Not my preferred milk, just the one that was on sale at Publix this week. And it is no sugar, but it's like highly vanilla flavored. Like the vanilla is intense. I think the vanilla does nicely with this. I don't think almond milk does nicely with this tea. I think it would have, with this smoky sort of velvety, I think it would have been nice with like a macadamia or a cashew, maybe a soy, maybe. Actually, no. Yeah, a soy probably would have been nice. It probably would have made it a little bit nutty and smoky, like roasted. But yeah, uh, thanks for staying. Y'all, y'all really wanted to stay to see what tea I drink. That's cool. Okay, so I am headed out. I'm about to finish the rest of my day. I have my agenda set. I have my things that I'm going to get done. I know that it is 9:50 and I know what mode I go into right after I've had a lot of talking or social interaction, and I know when it's time for work again. All right. So, thanks. Tune in tomorrow for day 4. Day 4. We'll be on day 4 tomorrow, and make sure you have your journal, your notebook, your video diary, whatever you need to keep track of your journey. And I will see you